page. If you're on the same page, it's going to be a lot better for your relationship with them, and it's going to be a lot better for you financially as well. So make sure you do that. Because they probably have really been looking forward to this almost as much as you. They've been looking forward to you graduating. They're so proud of you and whatnot. But they could be thinking about what are they going to do with all their newfound money. So now we don't have to give Sarah, we don't have to give Jacquees this money anymore. So what are we going to do with all our money? What are we going to do with his or her room? Are we now actually going to change that room and make it the den that we wanted? Make it the sewing room, make a third closet out of the big room, whatever it is. They may have plans for that money. So make sure that you talk to them and you guys are on the same page. Just have that conversation. And if you start having that conversation now, it's so much easier in the future. And if you've never had this conversation, really, it's so much easier in the future to have conversations around money if you need to talk to them again. If you need them to co-sign for you to get your new apartment, if you need for them to co-sign for you to get your new car or whatever it is, it's easier to have those conversations about money if you've done it before. Okay? So make sure you do that as well. If you're moving back home, make sure you do that. And listen now, don't take advantage. So if you're moving back home, but you got a job, whatever it is, even if you're working something temporary until you get your permanent job or you get the one in the field that you want or whatever it is, offer to pay a bill. Offer to pay a bill or two, if you will, and don't pick the smallest one that you can. So, I don't know, water bill small, I don't know, whatever it is. Don't pick the smallest bill that you can. I'm not saying you're going to pay the mortgage, but you can pick something that you can pay. Maybe pay the cable bill or whatever it is, but pick something to pay. Let them know that you're going to pay it, and you'll pay it for the duration of the time that you're living in the home. Part of your thank you for letting you come back to the house. So you do that. Make sure you do that. Make everything go a lot smoother when it comes to that. All right. So another thing that I want you to do. You're most likely going to get some gifts, right? Everybody's happy that you graduated. You're going to get some gifts. You send out announcements and all that stuff. A lot of them are going to be monetary. So you got these monetary gifts. You need to look and see what you're going to do with them. You're going to save some. You're going to spend some. You're going to use some to get essentials, interview clothes, if you will. And then again, like I said earlier, what kind of clothes? If you already have a job, what kind of clothes do you need to work that particular job? Some places are casual. Some places are going to have you in a shirt and tie every day, or a dress or a skirt or whatever it is. So you're going to know those things already. So when you get these monetary gifts, don't spend it all. This is not the time to go buy that Louis bag that you've been thinking about for the last 2 years. This is not the time to do that. This is the time for you to take that money and look and see what you're going to do with it. So saving part of it is an excellent idea. If you can save part of that money, that's an excellent idea. I did a show talking about savings and how that can impact your credit. Go back and listen to that show about saving and how saving can impact your credit. So maybe you're going to save some of that money as well. So make sure you do that. I mentioned moving before. So make sure you pay off those final bills. Don't skip out on the rent. That's the last thing you want to do. So don't skip out on the rent. Don't say, well, you have my deposit and my deposit is going to pay for my last month rent. That's not how it's supposed to work. Some landlords may be lenient, if you will, when it comes to that, but that's not how it's supposed to work. That security deposit is actually for if you messed up anything. If you rent an apartment anytime, or house anywhere, anytime, that's where if you messed up anything. If you nicked the wall, if you spill stuff on the carpet or whatever it is, you tore a door off the cabinet in the kitchen, whatever it is, that's what that security deposit is for. It's for that kind of thing. It is not for taking up your last month rent. Now, even though it might be the same amount or whatever, that's not what it's for. So make sure you pay your last month's rent. And then what happens if you don't know? Because a lot of people's like, well, I'm kind of like saving that money. I don't have to pay it out right now. What happens is with that, if you have a security deposit, then that landlord, and this is pretty much across the country, has about 30 days to get you back your money. So it's just 30 days. You'll get your money back. You do not want to leave a place and potentially be sued and go through collections and all of these things for that money. So, and you need to do that walkthrough. especially if you have kept your apartment up really nice or whatever, you need to go through that walkthrough with your landlord. And the way that's going to be amicable and you're not running out and trying to get away is if you make that last month payment when it comes to your apartment. So you want to go through that walkthrough, so when they say, well, you know, why this window doesn't have blinds on it, you can say, well, when I moved in, that window didn't have blinds on it. I actually put blinds up, so I'm taking my blind with me. So there's no misunderstanding. You have it there. And I'm going to tell you now, take pictures. Take pictures as well. But so that's something that you want to do. That's something you want to do. Don't skip out on any of those things. You only 30 days. 30 days from then, another reason you need to place your forward in. I mean, you should tell your landlord where you're going, but you want to place your forward with the post office because they need to send you a check. And they only got 30 days to do it. And they're going to send you something. If they take off anything from your security deposit, they're supposed to send you a letter saying, we took off $50 for cleaning. We took off, $25 because the doorknob wasn't working or whatever to the bathroom. Things of that nature. It's supposed to be listed, itemized, and then you get the difference from that. If there's no problem, no issue, you get your whole $1,200, $1,300, $500, whatever it is you left them, you get all of that back. But they only got 30 days to send it to you. So make sure you do that. Make sure you do that so you don't have any of those issues at all when you're moving in and out. And like I said, make sure you do the forward and make sure you pay all the bills and things of that nature that may come up. Because that just shows that you're responsible. You're an adult now, right? You just graduated college. You're fully an adult right now. You're entering the workforce and things of that nature. Make sure you do those things. It's going to count dividends. Trust me, it's going to count dividends in the future for sure. So let me take a pause right quick. Oh, man, it's 21 minutes into the show. Let me take a pause right quick. I'm going to do a couple shout-outs, and I need to do the question of the day, and then we're going to finish out the show. So let's see. Let me make sure I got everybody earlier. So I got to give this shout-out. So this shout-out, let me do this shout out right now. So, for Tia Terrell, I missed her birthday. Her birthday was on the 10th of the month. So I wasn't here. So I gotta give Fatia Terrell a shout out. These people's birthday are tomorrow. Cleveland King, Adrian Walls, Teresa Crocker, all birthdays are tomorrow. I already mentioned Candy King. Her birthday is tomorrow. All of these people are my relatives, all born on the same day. This day, the 26th, my father's birthday as well. So, yes, my father, Robert Lee King Sr., birthday is tomorrow on the 26th. He might mind, but that's all right. He'll get over it. It ain't the first time he gonna try to spank me, but he'll be 78 years old on tomorrow. So everybody give my pop a round of applause and congratulations and happy birthday to you, Daddy. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And I don't mean about you and Mama getting together. I mean about all of the teachings that you have taught me and all the sponsorship that you've given me and all the money and sending me to school and taking care of me my entire life. So I want to say thank you, Pop, and happy birthday to you. So let me get this shout out too. I think it was on Mother's Day. Troy West celebrated his birthday. One of my boys. He keeps me grounded. We talk about some of everything, you guys. So I want to say happy birthday to my man Troy West. And I got to give a shout out to Morgan B. She is one of the two women on Two Big Mouth Black Girls, the podcast. So it's Two Big Mouth Black Girls, the podcast. Morgan B. She celebrated her birthday earlier this month. So happy birthday to you, Morgan B. You guys go check out Two Big Mouth Black Girls. Their episodes air on Wednesdays. They got a bunch of episodes. They're talking about all kind of stuff. Some that'll make you laugh, some that'll make you cry. Go check out Two Big Mouth Black Girls. Oh, and I didn't mention. So some of you know, all of you should know, but some of you know that the 800 Credit Score Man show has an app, and it was available on iOS, which is iPhone. And it used to be available on Android, and I had an issue with them. I really thought they were trying to extort me. We've cleared all of those things up. So, yes, you can get the 800 Credit Score Man show app on any phone. So, you got an Android, go get the app. Go get the app. Go get the app. Go download it right now for free, and you can get every episode of the 800 Credit Score Man show right in the palm of your hand all the time. So, you can download it there. You about to get on the plane, download some episodes. Check it out. You go on a 2-hour plane ride. You're going to download 3-4 episodes. Boom. When it's over, you'll be landing. So you guys go check out the app. Get the app. All right. All right. So the question was from Byron. And Byron is from Georgia. And he said, when should I start to rebuild my credit after bankruptcy? This question sounds very familiar. Maybe it's because I get it a lot of times, or maybe I've actually done it on the show. I can't actually remember which one, but when it comes to this question, first of all, thank you, Byron. Byron sent me an email, 800@creditscoreman.com. You can catch me there as well, 800@creditscoreman.com. And so this question about when should you start rebuilding after filing bankruptcy? Right away. Right away. Start building right away. Now, that doesn't mean your thing is going to be discharged on Monday and you go out and get credit on Friday. So when I say right away, I mean in like 3 or 4 months. In 3 or 4 months, you need to start establishing credit. Will your interest rates be high? Will people deny you? Yes and yes. Your interest rates will be high. People will deny you, but you need to start somewhere. You've already filed bankruptcy. It tanked your credit score. So prior to you filing bankruptcy, you probably missed a bunch of payments and whatnot, whether it was strategy, your attorney told you to, miss a couple of those payments or whatever it is, but you did have some issues before. So your credit score most likely is in the dumps. And then you file bankruptcy on top of it. So then you're going to get, more, even a bigger hit on your credit score. So it doesn't matter. Who cares if you get denied from, Chase Bank or, Citibank, Bank of America, Regions? Who cares if they deny you? But you need to start in 3 or 4 months, especially if you filed bankruptcy and it wasn't like, you were just spending out of control. You were spending out of control. You weren't worried about your budget and things of that nature. But if you had like a medical issue, you lost a job or whatever, typically you would have paid your bills on time. Your industry left, whatever it is that happened to you and you had to file bankruptcy, and it wasn't that you were just irresponsible, then you need to start in 3 or 4 months. If you were irresponsible and you filed bankruptcy, then you need to learn your lesson first. Know that when I get this new credit card and they give me $1,000 limit, I've been listening to the 800 Credit Score Man. Of that $1,000, I'm only going to spend $300 on this card. That's it. That's going to help me with my credit score. It helps me with my budget. I don't have to I don't have to have a large monthly payment or what have you, and I can get out of that debt pretty quickly if I need to. So that's what you're going to be thinking. You got to change your mindset when it comes to that. So any credit card, your mindset needs to be 30% of whatever the limit is. That's what my limit is. Not the $1,000 they gave me, not the $10,000 that they gave me, but 30% of that is where I want to be, or less. Or less. Less is even better when it comes to this. Less is not more on this one. Even to have it that way. So that's what you want to do when it comes to it. But you start right away. Byron and I went back and forth a few times. And yes, Byron, you should start 4 months out. I know you're like a couple of months out right now. Give it a couple more months. You might have to start with a secured card. Do that. Get a secured card. Go to a credit union. Talk to them about doing a credit builder loan. So start with those couple of things, and then hit me back later on, and I'll tell you some more tips to do once you pass that threshold and you get that secure card and whatnot on board. All right. So thank you very much, Byron. I appreciate you. You are officially a part of the 800 Credit Score Man Show family, and you too can become part of this family. Call me. Text me at 800. Not text me either. Send me an email, 800@creditscoreman.com. Send me an email there. You can text me with your question, 312-600-5855. You can do that. You can go ahead and text me with your question, and I answer your question back. And then you might become part of the 800 Credit Score Man Show family as well. So thank you so very much, Byron. I appreciate it. All right. So I think I got all the shout outs in that I was supposed to do today. So I got all in the I got to shout out Ivory Renee too. And Ivory Renee, she graduated from my alma mater, Indiana University. So I want to give a shout out to her as well from graduating Indiana University, one of the best universities in the land, you guys. So shout out to you. Okay, so some of my, we got to get out of here. So some of my other graduates. So if you are a high school graduate and you're headed to college, resist those offers for credit card companies, from credit card companies. No doubt they're hitting your